Right, so today we're going to be fitting a brand new toilet. Customers having the old one took out, new one put in, so I thought it'd be a great opportunity to show you step-by-step guide how we fit the toilet, taking the old one out, fitting the new one, what you got to do and stuff like that. So yeah, let's get into it. We'll be replacing this toilet, so whole thing's coming out. We're going to be putting a brand new one in, which we've just got from City Plumbing. It's toilet to go. So yeah, let's get this old one disconnected first. First thing we're going to do is isolate the water. So we're just going to turn that isolation valve. See it's in line, just going to turn it across the pipe. That should isolate the water to the toilet. We can get the water out the cistern and look at taking this one apart and getting it out of the way. So flathead screwdriver on the isolation, turn. There we go. Get in out. Push and hold. And that should get most of the water out the top of the cistern. Set the lid off. You can see there's just a bit of water left in there. Next thing we'll do, just disconnect the cold. You will get a bit of water. Just get a towel down there just to catch it. There we go, there's cold disconnected. You can see this nut here. There's one there. There's one on the other side. So we're going to undo them. And that should disconnect the cistern from the toilet. Now you can take the toilet out all as one if you want, but undoing them will make it a bit lighter and a bit easier. There's one. There we go. That's both of them out now. We'll see now. That's completely there, so we can just lift it up, get it out of the way. I'd say there might be some screws in the actual basin, like that. They won't really do much on this one, but you'd have to undo those screws if there was actually tight in the old one just to get it off before we take it off. Now, moving on to the toilet, there should be screws in the bottom for this one. There's none, so now I should be able to just pull the toilet out, disconnect it off the pan connector at the back, and that toilet will just come out. This next bit, I'm going to connect some gloves and a bag. So what we're going to do is put the bag over that and take the old pan connector out. So just go over there. Here we go. There we go. I can just go right into the bag, and yeah, that's a good clear platform now to work on. No more clearing out. Let's unbox the toilet. So the toilet to go, you get everything in there. It's basically a toilet to go: seat, toilet, cistern, and that will have everything in there to fit to the cistern. So let's get all this out and we'll dress it all up. So I've just unpacked it all, and something that's a little bit different. It's already all been made up. Normally you have to put all this in, but no, this one comes pre-made up. You get metal bolts instead of plastic, which is really good. Now you've got your donut washer, flush button, and you do get an instruction manual if you need it. Just there. Why would you need that when you're watching me? So yeah, what we're going to do now is put it all together. So what we're going to do first is put the bolts through the cistern. So there you can see the bolt. This is the part, this is what you want first. Take them off, like that, and feed that through. You see the rubber washer, how it's like that, like thinner there, then like into the dome. That'll just help it seal up, because it's got to go through. That's got to go through that hole there, then it'll poke out this end here. Just like that. Then you put your rubber washer onto there, then your metal washer, like that, and then your bolt, not your wing nut, your bolt, because this is bolting it together now. You'll see why in a bit. There you go, see I've got my bolts through now. Each way to tighten them up, big long screwdriver into there, holding the screw, then the other side I've just been holding on with my grips. Just check that nut, it was a little bit loose, that one was tight, but always check them nuts. They're not factory tested, they're just put together. So make sure these are tight. And what we can do now is put that onto the toilet, get that into place in there. Then mark where we're going to drill the holes to secure it and for the back of the cistern. So I'll probably move that into there, nice and close, put that together, then mark where we're going to put our holes. Right, so I've moved the toilet in place. I'm just going to put the donut washer onto there. So I'm going to move it in position in a minute. I can put that on top of the toilet, feed them bolts there, through the holes there, put it together, mark on there, and on the base where I want the toilet to go. So you can see now the system's on top of the toilet. I've just fed up the washer, the rubber washer, the metal washer, and then the bolt. And what you want to do now is evenly tighten these up. Don't get hell for level one side, because other than that the system's going to go like that. You're going to put it under strain. Tighten up each side until you go nice and flat, nice and down. Don't get too mad. Don't forget it's ceramic and metal. Like, you do them too tight, you can break the ceramic, but you do need them tight enough to obviously make a seal. So let's tighten them up, and then we're going to see where we're going to put these holes and these holes here. Now I've got a fitting pack for this. It's not going to be a direct screw. I'll show you what we're going to use. This is a cool little tool to have. It's a wing nut driver. So what you do is put your wing nut in there, and you can tighten it up underneath. Now it will fit inside the impact driver, but new toilet I wouldn't recommend it. Old toilet, yeah, when you're okay, it's going to break, go for it, but new ones, I'm just going to use a screwdriver, get onto there, give it a tighten up. So that should slide up there. Look at that. Tighten it up nice and easy. A lot better than trying to get in there with your spanner or bricks. A lot easier. Just do the other side. Yeah, that's all tightened up. Forgot toilet base. Gotta put that in. Yes, it is a flexi. I know. Nothing wrong with a flexi. No, it just gives you that movability up and down, left and right. So just gonna pop that in, get the toilet fitted, then mark up them holes. That is tight. There we go. Now we can push the toilet back into there. Might have to cut some of this off. It looks a little bit, yeah, looks a little bit too high to me. So I don't know if you can see the height difference. So I'm just going to trim that off. That's just a bit of saw pipe. I'm going to trim that off, get it flat, then it should get the height. That's nice and flat. I should be able to get that in, and that'll be fine for the height. A little bit tight. There we go. Yeah, it's not better. Right, now we've got our toilet back and connected. What we can do now is mark where we want the holes. So I'm just going to go through there. These are good to get a tracer, pencil or marker. So I'll fit through them holes. So I'm going to do it. Wiggle on the wall there. Wiggle on the wall there. Down here, here's our fixing point. Just do that for both sides. Then we can pull the toilet out, drill and plug them holes. So we're just straddling the toilet now, just pulled it out of the way, but there's one mark there, one mark when I'm going to drill. Now when you drill, don't forget there's drainage, coal pipe, hopefully there kicked it that way, but we made a line of that, so soon find out. We're alright. It's not squirting water, thank God. Right. Clean that up, plug it, and here, where am I? Them are two marks there, plasterboard, so there's a plasterboard fixing to there. Now toilet's back in place, we can fix it to the floor. These are the fittings I give you. So if I've done it right, yeah, that should just go straight through there. I'm going to have to tighten them both up and get a pair of grips on there or something. So here's the correct way to do it, which makes more sense. Put the collar over, put your nut on, screw the nut all the way down, like that. 10mm bit. Once the nut bottoms out, it'll start screwing it down. So now I'm going to put the thread on. There you go. Do that all the way down, and the same for the other side. There you go, that's one side. And the other. Oh, solid. So I'm just going to screw up the back now. Right, so I'll screw it back to the wall now. I'll just put some rubber washers behind there. It's going to be easy to get out in the future if it has to. So let's sort out, I'm going to sort out that cold connection off. I'm going to take that flexi off, put an extension of the pipe in and a new flexi in. So what I've done is connected a flexible connection to the toilet. Now I'm looking at here to see where that's going to be comfortable with the flex. So I think if we just put a short bit of pipe in, that'll look absolutely fine. Why are you watching this? I am literally hugging the toilet. Very cramped toilet spaces, that really are not the easiest to work on. Right, moment of truth. No legs, thank God. Floors are nice late, see now, tank's starting to fill up. I'm sure we've got no leaks, look, underneath here now, has been filling up. There we go, I've let it push it a few times now, no leaks around the back or anything. That's a quick hoover up, so that's the toilet all fitted. Let's finish it off now with the seat and the top. So the lid's pretty self-explanatory, you just put the push button through, then you'll have a nut, that goes over, and you just tighten that on. And you just want to line these up here with the flush in the toilet. So you see there I've got the short front flush at the front. I'll put the lid on. On that. Press the short one. Should give me a quick nice flush. There you go. And I'll press the back one. Should give me a to line it up properly. There you go. A big flush. So, there you go. That's the top done. Let's get the toilet seat on. Toilet seat pretty straightforward. Put these through there. Just want to hold the seat together. I'm going to need 2 hands, I think. Hold on. I'm going to line it up. There we go. Then you put on these washers. Then put that onto the toilet. Just get you through. Just like that. There we go. Then we're going to get underneath and connect it on. You want to fit your washer and this rain thing here. I just didn't want to tighten up like this, so it's a bit different. So that goes through there, then the nut, I'll just slide up until it gets into that washer that you just put on. Then comes this smart little tool here. All that does is get it over there, tighten in, that's it. Now you do want to check that your toilet seat closes and it's flush with the rim there. There we go, that's the toilet seat all done. So there we go, that is all done. Brand new toilet. Quite impressive. Then toilets to go from City Plumbing. Well, the idea with these, that's a good idea. And the system being already made up, yeah, it saved a lot of time. Yeah, that toilet was pretty straightforward, to be fair. Pretty straightforward. Sometimes toilets can be a bit of a nightmare. Unlevel floors and pipe work and distances for the pan connectors, stuff like that. But that one wasn't too bad. But I hope that's helped you out. Seeing how I'll fit a toilet, seeing how it all goes together. But yeah, any questions as always, drop them in the comments. Do my best to answer them as always. Thank you there for much for watching. Catch you on the next one.